Hey there, everyone. That Sexy Nerd is back again, and we're watching Superman. By Nostalgia Critic. I mean, he's done all the other Superman movies. God, I think. He's even done Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. So, wait, has he done Batman v? Yes, he has. Yes, with Angry Joe. So yeah, he's done every Superman movie, and now we've got the final one. Or at least the final one for now, until we can get on with this new DCU. So yeah, I never got to share my thoughts on this movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It actually was pretty huge. I mean, obviously, I love it. It's not as good as the 70s version, though, the original. And honestly, I don't even think it's better than Man of Steel. Because, again, I'm not a Snyder bro. I'm not like, oh, this and that and the other. But, some of the movie was pretty good. I remember my dad used to be like, it was like with the movie, he's like, oh, this is basically the movie where Superman gets his ass kicked throughout the whole movie. And which is partially true, but I'm like, Dad, what? Did you expect him to have everything go well for him? At all? He's got to go overcome some obstacles. And it turns out also that he was basically holding back for most of it. So, but Dad doesn't know Superman lore like I do, or the rest of us do anyway. But yeah, again, I love the movie. It's still a toss-up between Man of Steel and this one, because Man of Steel is one of my favorite Superman moments, like his first flight. Never captured that as anything like that in this movie, even though and I feel we need some bigger fight scenes in some of these movies, because some of them just felt like filler, I guess. I don't know. It's just it was weird, but again, this is a good Superman movie. But the best moment of the movie is when he gives the speech about being a human, basically, or a superhero, and again, it's basically F you to every conservative that voted for Donald Trump. It's great. A lot of this is great because again, they're showing that people are. They're humans, and they have to be respected and everything, and that was what these people were complaining about, because they heard that he said something like that, and I'm like, yeah, that's what a hero is. You're the villains, people. Even Mark Hamill said it best. It's like, sorry, you guys turned to the dark side. It's true. Y'all all became evil and villains. So it's we're just fighting to take the country back from the evil that is destroying it. So yeah, I mean, just like Superman, we're here fighting evil. So. And this is why we wear our shirts proudly, so. But they're like, oh, Superman's liberal. Like, what the fuck else did you expect him to be? Republican? Not saving people? It's pathetic. Pathetic. But, again, it just shows how evil and disgusting their ideals really are. They become Nazis. They become oppressors. They become evil, and again, they will not be remembered well by history. So... but that's my 2 cents on it. Let's just see what Nostalgia Critic says. I wonder if he addresses some of the controversy that happened during this movie, because again, it became very controversial because Republicans are snowflakes, and it really is. And again, it's going to happen because again, they have to call out on the stuff that. Oh yes, and let's not forget the fake Netanyahu bullshit. And that they kill him. So that's probably what happened. Netanyahu got really mad, and then he got through his Republican buddies, and then they're basically like, no, cry, yeah. It's great. It's all pathetic, but it's great. But anyway, let's just get into the episode. And remember, please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, sign up for my Patreon for more latest reactions to all my latest videos. And let's do this thing, y'all.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Guy. Remember it, so you don't have to. Well, seeing how we gave a lot of attention to the MCU looking over all the Avengers movies, I figured it only made sense to take a look at DC. So, we're gonna take a look at last year's big hit, Superman. Get that 25 in there. Yeah, you ain't this. You're good, but you ain't this. Stop pretending you're this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Superman 2, everyone?
James Gunn's Superman is meant to be the start of the new DCEU. A variety of reactions arose before this movie even came out. Some claiming it was too woke despite him disowning his dangerous culture for an American one. Claiming it was an insult to Zack Snyder despite Zack Snyder saying he enjoyed it.
Really?
Claiming it was the best Superman movie ever made.
Yeah. No.
Am I a joke to you?
The character Superman is often regarded as the first comic book superhero, and the fact that he's still relevant all these years later makes him, well, super relevant.
Yes.
As such, everybody has a different understanding of how this American icon should be represented.
Yeah, like what the hell?
As well as how it's
Should
supported.
be a super Nazi?
There's a lot of questions you need to ask when making a film about a character this big. How much do you keep the same versus how much do you change up? How much do you try to top previous versions versus how much do you just try to tell another story in the roster? How much is keeping true to the spirit versus how much is updating what's tired and overdone? James Gunn took it upon himself to helm this first outing in this new DCEU, and on the whole, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though I did have a lot of issues with it.
Yeah.
Are they issues I still have upon a second viewing? Yes and no. Needless to say, for a film like this, there's a lot to talk about, so it's probably best just to fly on it. Let's take a look at the film that needs no introduction. Literally, there's no origin story in this. Let's take a look at Superman 25.
You know how Superman is.
The film opens with the main theme from the original Superman film, because they're obviously so much alike. Yeah, how'd that work out for Superman Returns?
Well, worked out. This worked out better.
Pretentious you.
This did work out better than Superman Returns.
An origin story, which can be a hint jarring as they go die hard in the other direction, having Superman, Lois, Lex, and everyone already established in their relationships.
Yeah, but this time he will be complaining that there will be a, too much Superman. Or I mean, that the origin story would be taking too damn long, or blah 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 blah. We've seen the origin story so many times, right, Doug?
This would have worked better if they did their original idea, which was to help organize and separate the insanity by labeling the days of the week as bookmarks. And not only would have uniquely framed the structure of this movie as if to show these life-shattering obstacles are kind of an average work week for our hero, but it would make some of these awkward edits flow better.
What?
Well, that looked like something was supposed to go there.
What?
Some YouTubers have even gone back and inserted the titles back in there, and it does make a big difference.
Really?
Personally, I prefer my edit. Don't try to explain it, we'll just make another film around it.
That's funny. That would be great.
This is his first major loss as his dog Crypto, who I know has to be CG sometimes, but all the time, did you see Call of the Wild? Just use a real dog and CG the cape. Brings him back home.
I mean, you used a real dog.
What's the bonkers tone for this movie? Several Superman robots, which, yes, is their official name.
Superman robots, I thought I told you to keep an eye on him.
So bluntly lazy, I kind of love it.
Yeah, but it's the
comics,
dude.
Even though they laugh, ask emotional questions, and have a variety of feelings.
We have no consciousness whatsoever.
It's a lie.
He looked at me. Our poor Superman.
I don't know, just don't marry them and I guess I'll be fine. They use the power of the sun to restore his health.
Marrying?
A healthy dose of yellow sun will have him up and at him in no time.
Weird out the internet with this shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still like to focus on the most meaningless shit. He literally stopped to complain about the place being messy while people are being shot at, but the shot looks weird. That's why this Superman's the worst.
What?
Our hero is played this time by David Cornsweet, who has the honor of conjuring this image every time I hear his name. I will admit I was a little let down he didn't have the authoritative weight I usually associate with the character, but funny enough, after watching the Avengers movies and the evolution of Captain America from
this is how he started.
Okay, leaving room for him to grow. And I accept this is a Superman still getting used to being Superman, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
He's back. 34B. 98Z.
Lex Luthor this time is played by Nicholas Hoult, who I originally didn't like because we just had an annoying, loud, screaming James Gunn villain and even an annoying, loud, screaming Lex Luthor. I'll admit, he has kind of grown on me.
Well,
make no mistake,
I thought he was good.
Luthors are the ones who are quiet, serious, yet charming. And that is definitely not this Luthor.
Pick that up! Get out of here, you idiot! Go!
I like we got so many obsessed tech bro millionaires who act like children in movies because we have so many of them in real life, and I'm sick of them. We've explored these man babies enough. There isn't that much left. But watching it again, I do realize the same way Superman's strength is so advanced people have a hard time keeping up with him, Luthor's mind is so advanced he needs team after team to keep up with him.
Government support in nullifying you.
Why? Because you're destroying us!
I like that speech.
Sometimes even too simple, where Luthor's mind is complicated, oftentimes too complicated. He acts like a million thoughts are constantly turning in his head,
This
because
is true.
they probably are.
The dimensional aperture is still there, which we can open remotely, so
It is not safe!
we can close the aperture later by inputting the coordinates, correct?
Theoretically.
Great.
So even though he's not what I think of when I think of Luthor, I accept him the same way I accept Gene Hackman. It's the film's own version, but it does own it.
Okay.
It's like he knows Superman's every move before he makes it.
He does.
You know what's it's really funny. They say
Yes.
Superman's every move before he makes it.
He does.
they really say that.
For years.
We found
That's one of the best Lex
fan fiction about
Luthors.
him, it's steamy. I will say, for a film, that's basically...
See,
Before he makes it.
He does. He's been studying him for years.
We found his erotic fan fiction about him, it's steamy.
what?
I will say, for a film that's basically shot through one lens, it is a very ambitious lens.
Yeah.
Every fight looks like the last action sequence in Guardians 3, but that scene was pretty cool, and honestly, these action sequences have enough creativity and clever placement
Never
that
seen
they
Guardians 3.
surprisingly never get boring. It's kind of like the Spider-Verse movies. They know just where to place them, where it never becomes too complicated, and you can follow along, and it keeps the adrenaline pretty high.
It's pretty good.
Ultraman's back.
Ultraman.
Superman takes his robots as the next day he goes to work as Clark Kent.
Hey, Ma.
Just wanted to call and say congratulations on that front page, boy.
Tell him don't be a stranger.
Pa says don't be a stranger.
You know I do prefer my Kryptonian harem parents sometimes.
But this guy is even from Bravia.
His name is the Hammer of Bravia.
Yeah, I doubt his parents named him that, Jimmy.
As usual, he's got his Daily Planet team.
I like Jimmy in this too.
And as Lois Lane, who was born to play this role. I think
Yeah.
she's the best we've gotten since the animated series.
Really?
And Jimmy Olsen, who's sexy in this universe.
I don't get it.
Very funny.
But it's happened.
Yeah, it's weird, but then again, I think he is the only one I've ever liked. Tries to convince the government.
Wait a minute. What?
But then again, I think he is the only one I've ever liked.
Whoa! What about Shawn Ashmore? I like Shawn Ashmore in Smallville. And you're telling me you watched Smallville and you've never gone over that show? What's wrong with you? And also, I like Jimmy from the animated show.
Well, Luthor tries to convince the government
fuck?
to get Superman so we can take control of a foreign country.
Bravia has purchased over $80 billion worth of arms.
Here we
from
go.
Punkrocker, and no one would profit more from a war with Bravia and Jaranpur than you.
Change a few names, and this is basically the Warner Paramount deal. Lois hears an intruder in her apartment.
Well, it's Clark.
Oh, Batman, I told you, we can't meet when Superman's on his way home. Oh, hi, Clark. Wanna get a Krypton? Lois and Clark are already an item as she's aware of his secret, but that doesn't stop her from still being a journalist.
Okay, so I'll let you interview me.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
It's like when someone at couple says, tell me what you really think, it's not gonna end well.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions at Bravia.
Coast was gonna kill people. You seem to
Illegally
keep...
entered a country, inserting yourself in the middle of
No,
an
no, no.
incredibly
Hold on a
heated
minute.
geopolitical.
Hold on a
Consider the consequences.
People were going to die!
This is nothing like the air review from the other film. Why can't you ask me if I like pink?
Right?
This would never work.
What does that mean?
These two actors play off each other wonderfully, as you truly do feel like they've known each other for a while, yet believably, might be close to splitting up.
I gave you a
Wow.
nice long interview. Longer than I ever gave myself.
You can time your imaginary interviews with yourself? That's the thing you can do?
My interviews are as good as Peter Parker's with Spider-Man. Next should be saying there's something fishy going on there. Let's find Superman's home and get a distraction, which I guess was supposed to be Stitch from the live-action remake that came out that year. Which I really don't see. It starts off as something small and harmless and turns into this giant behemoth monster. Oh, no.
Well,
Thus Alexa and his minion named the Engineer, using her nanochip technology,
I
break
hate
it.
this girl. Annoying.
Why do DC heroes always have the worst security? Clearly, all this would be avoided if a voice kept repeating intruder alert.
Intruder alert.
While Superman's busy using his Bugs Bunny powers to fight off the monster, he's helped out by the Justice Gang. But they're thinking about changing their name.
Deep, slow breaths, ma'am. You're gonna be fine.
So a lot of people went crazy with the film, overcorrecting Superman saving so many, he literally saves a squirrel.
Come on.
In a movie where a character named Mr. Terrific has a permanent plastic T on his face, I kind of accept it as part of the course. It's my kind of silly.
It's Clark.
Said I do question a few things in this, like, what the hell was on the ground to distract you from the literal giant monster, kid? Then again, people in this franchise do get overly excited for either a bird or a plane. After the metahumans kill the thing. Hey, don't look at me. That's how the movie puts it. Luther has
The thing.
computer to find out the recording of his alien father, Bradley Cooper, for some reason, was damaged.
Right.
Enough to reveal that him and his mother wanted Superman to actually
And he was
enslave
alright.
humanity.
Lord over the planet.
Take as many wives as you can, so your genes and Krypton's might and legacy will live on in this new frontier.
That's a fake message. That's a fake message.
It's real!
Actually, I did think that until the very end of the film, as honestly, I did find this pretty difficult to take in. In fact, this plot point, I guess, had an interesting journey. When I said it really bothered me, most people didn't seem to care. Then, suddenly, while I wasn't looking, people did start to care, and now I don't know where they fall on it.
Yeah, what?
So, okay, here are my personal thoughts.
Who cares?
First off, I should point out this is technically from the comic, which, as I said in my Endgame video, doesn't automatically make something good. Superman adopted Jimmy Olsen as a grown man in the comics. That doesn't mean they'll equal great cinema.
Father's
The
Day.
comic that did this came out in 1986, almost 50 years after the release of the original, where everyone assumed Superman's parents were good people. Nobody looked at the animated series or Man of Steel and said, hey, that's not comic accurate. By most people's definition, these are the recognized versions. Third, the idea that I always gathered was that the race was incredibly advanced and wise, yet they missed this obvious avoidable destruction. Much like the Lorax, they're supposed to serve as a warning sign for what could have been if we get too cocky and comfortable.
It's true.
I just look at these people and say,
And no wonder you're extinct.
Eh.
I'll admit this is kind of a cool idea. For something like The Boys. You know,
Yeah,
the
well,
parody of Superman.
No.
Let's say this version embraces its silliness so much, it is kind of a parody. This leads to 5. There's just too many damn things going on to focus on it. Figuring his identity after such a reveal should be one of like 3 major plot points going on, but there's like a dozen other plot points distracting from it. It'd be like if in Batman Returns we found out Alfred was a villain. Yeah, right, that'd be weird, but you could arguably do something like that. It would be kind of interesting.
That would
it's
be
already
cool.
too crowded.
That
So
would be
there,
cool.
that's 5. 5 reasons why I don't like this. I know people are really getting angry at me whenever I say that I'm not a fan of this. I know there's others out there that are now arguing that, nah, this doesn't make sense, and they're saying it does and everything, but let me just say this. If you're someone that's really like, no, you're wrong, you're absolutely wrong, there's no debate about this, I think Superman saved a squirrel in the comic, so you have to like it now.
Ha! Fair enough.
Presumably Woody Harrelson is Simple Jack questions Superman's past.
You are exactly
Simple Jack.
the kind of alien threat I was commandeered by the Green Lantern Corps to protect this planet against.
Back off, guy.
Okay, I like that line a lot more. Before I knew his name was actually Guy.
Is
And he
Guy.
returns home to find they got his little dog too.
Crypto? Crypto!
I don't know the general consensus around this because it is a pick your poison with this film's goofiness, but I do love Crypto plays a big part in this. He's
Yeah.
gonna be in it. Make him a major player.
Right?
And the passion Superman has for wanting his dog back, especially when they do give that dog a very distinct personality, really is kind of touching.
Thank you.
Where's the dog?
This is my favorite scene in the movie. Where's the dog?
I have 5 John Wicks in this fist, ready to go. Luther doesn't tell him, resulting in news shows reminding us Michael Ian Black is thankfully still a thing.
Oh.
Can't say I'm surprised, Clevis.
Oh, and Peacemaker is still in this universe. That's fine, as long as it means he can still pop up. And Lois tries to help Superman while the city is under attack.
I know.
You were out there helping them?
Yeah, everybody thought this was going to be crazy in the movie.
They've
There's
got
nothing.
handled. I was looking for the dog.
All right, everybody's gonna have different things that kind of irks them about this film, and this is another one for me.
Me
Because,
too.
Yes, well, it is funny. A, it distracts from the serious conversation they're having, and B, even though Superman's feeling down, I get that. Nobody has an issue he's not stopping a building-sized monster 3 heroes are having a hard time defeating?
Let's put it this way. This is remarkably similar to a scene.
Do you trust me, Debbie?
There's a dragon behind you.
Please, do you trust me?
I trust you.
You have no idea how much I needed to hear you say that.
Okay, now do something.
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
Is he Omni-Man now?
Like, yeah, I know, it's supposed to be silly, like the squirrel thing, but that at least stayed in character. He saved the squirrel. Why does this get a pass? Even if the heroes were like, no, we don't want you a part of our team, like, I feel like he would still go out there and help people.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's almost like they want this to become the new evil Superman drinking game.
I'm gonna turn myself in.
What?
Maybe they'll take me wherever they took the dog.
A warrant is issued for Superman's arrest, and he turns himself in. Nah, great impression of Ice helping an old lady across the street. And he's handed
Pretty
over
much.
what reveals his unique prison.
I replicated the Big Bang with a LuthorCorp mega collider, tearing a tiny hole between the two universal fabrics. A pocket universe.
I just had to use acid to drown the residents who originally lived here. He reveals all the bad talk about Superman online with space monkeys.
I mean...
There really isn't the blue sky bubble. There are tons of people who would do that on their own, unprovoked.
Yeah.
Well... Who can transform into kryptonite to keep Superman
that's what it
from
is.
threatening his son if he doesn't.
Rex, look who it is.
Yo, you...
Man, you throw shade at Stitch and the Toy Story aliens being microwaved into Grogu. The Disney hate is strong with this one. Flash goes to get help from the Justice Gang. Oh, wait. Is that their name?
Justice Gang.
No.
Yes.
We're not called that.
Superman is not officially a member.
Because you don't want him to vote. You know which way that would go.
Shut up.
I know I feel like Gunn is dipping into the Weed and Justice League barrel from time to time.
No, he's not.
I guess it is
Shut
kind
up.
of fun we get the hypno glasses in at least one Superman movie.
So you know about the hypno glasses?
Now she does.
You really shouldn't be telling me this in case I don't know who he is.
Has he done the mind-erasing kiss on you yet?
Oh my God!
What? That's not a thing.
I think we can at least check out what's going on with your boyfriend, this Fort Kramer.
She convinces Mr. Terrific to go save Superman.
He did it on his own. This is funny. I like that. The slow-ass gate. Becomes a Mr. Terrific movie.
Jokes even the Venom movies didn't want. And brings in a civilian that helped Superman a few days ago. And apparently broke the zoom button.
Who are you working Not working with anyone, Luther.
Don't tell him nothing, Superman.
Whoa.
I have no family.
What?
Don't tell him nothing.
I didn't imagine that would go so quickly.
Okay, is he Lex Luthor or not? I know he wouldn't care about a person, but he's supposed to have every little thing planned out, like 20 steps ahead. This isn't a mistake you would make. I know these are small details.
Lex Luthor's
but
learning.
To add up.
I'll be back later with someone else you've chatted with, and I'll kill them too. Maybe that reporter you always do interviews with. Maybe I'll kill Clark Kent.
Ha, jokes on you. He's Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman doesn't exist yet.
Let's arrive at where they're holding Superman. Just gonna take a wild guess and say that song on the radio is gonna be James Gunn's wacky number for a fight scene. Yep.
Wacky. At
If
least...
it's entertaining, I don't mind. And this is pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I love them beating up Ice.
Mrs. Black Superman.
Yeah,
Guess I
right.
kind of like it.
Unbelievable. That jackass did create a pocket universe. Hell yeah.
Okay, watching this again, Mr. Terrific's my favorite character.
Yeah, he's the best one.
It says if Rex turns into his son to give him power, he'll save his boy. Somehow that guy holding the kid never notices any of this happening or calls for help.
Also,
And Superman
blind
saves the
people.
baby. After fighting flying henchmen in a lava pit, holding the baby with one hand while saving his dog as well.
Ooh, crazy.
This sequence was written on a dare. Superman is saved as Lois has to fly a spaceship to get him home.
Yeah.
The controls are easy and intuitive.
Can't you just say it reads your mind or some shit? There's a super dog in this. Why am I letting this bother me?
Yeah, well.
Prince Luthor's soon-to-be ex, Miss Tessmacher, who wants to bring Lex down
Miss
for being a
Tessmacher!
meanie.
Mitch Tessmacher!
I have everything you need to ruin Lex.
That's Tessmacher?
Come on.
No, she said.
He's an investigative journalist. I'm an audience member. I shouldn't be able to put together before he does that Lex's evil plans are in the backgrounds of those selfies.
Why?
It'd be like if I was a henchman for the Riddler and I was like, oh hey, look at this random picture I took.
Is our war gonna be okay?
Yes.
Lois takes Clark to see his human parents.
Aw, Crypto.
Okay, sometimes that fake-ass dog is pretty cute.
Yeah.
He has a very nice talk with Paul Kent, played by Pruitt Taylor Vince.
I like him in this movie.
Parents aren't for telling their children who they're supposed to be. Your choices, your actions, that's what makes you.
This sounds too hopeful. Can you maybe tell me I was supposed to let busted children drown or something?
Ah, fair enough. That's good though.
Is about to rip apart
That's
the
better.
Metropolis, while at the the same time, the foreign country Luthor wants is about to be invaded.
It's ridiculous.
His gang are sent to stop the invasion while Superman tries to save Metropolis.
I know you won't kill me! You are too delicate and weak, like Superman.
I'm not like Superman.
Yeah.
Well, don't let Lois interview you.
Yeah, she doesn't need it.
You don't have to do what Luther...
He's trying to use you
Thanagarian.
just like I'm trying to use you as a bat! And okay, for all the talk of how different this and the Snyderverse is, this section sure does have Zack's fingerprints all over it.
What?
Quick, shout Martha, see if that does something!
Can't he hold
Please.
his breath for over an hour?
Please.
Not without air in his lungs.
I guess he can fly in space holding his breath, but he can't breathe without his lungs, but a goddamn bubble can suffocate him. Yeah, I never followed any of that in these movies.
Yeah, remember, that is just their assumption. That is their assumption that he can't breathe. He could totally breathe in space. Read the comics. He just hasn't tried it yet. That's just basically how it is. And again, you know, it's really funny because the Justice League made a similar mistake as well. I remember there was a scene where Superman was confronting an enemy, and he wore a suit while he was in space. I'm like, bullshit! Bullshit! Why are you wearing that?
Either way, he manages to knock her out, and Luthor reveals he had a clone of him made.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
As is
Well,
often the case with cloning,
it happened
the
in the
match
comics.
was imperfect. He might be even stupider than you.
I call him bizarrish.
Well, that's what it
I get
is.
a little tired of throwing crazy shit after crazy shit. Again, a clone story would be really interesting if it wasn't literally fighting with a million other subplots.
Yeah.
In fact, their fight literally gets interrupted with another fight to do nothing except remind you the symbol he has on his chest is cool.
It's still cool.
Anyway, sorry for that 40-second distraction. Back to self-abuse.
Yeah!
Him into the space-time fabric tear that you have no interest in how it works, and Superman confronts Luthor to sum up today's lesson, boys and girls.
It was cool.
Alien! I'm as human as anyone. I screw up all the time. But that is being human.
Also, don't forget...
Don't smoke. It doesn't make you grown up.
Nobody with any sense wants any part in the drug scene. Always turn pot handles in, away from the edge of the stove.
Maybe that last one wasn't as important. Rip is stopped just as the Daily Planet fills everybody in about Luthor's evil plan.
The whole world has turned against Superman, and we all owe him an enormous apology. He is the hero we always thought he was.
We always knew,
never.
which is why we owe him an apology.
Yeah, what?
Lex goes to jail, and
What?
Lois and Clark decide to give their relationship another go.
I thought I might give you an interview. I could fill you in on all the behind the scenes.
Or I can just fill you in.
Well.
I want to
Oh,
break
yeah.
up. Superman goes home to his Superman robots.
Maybe one day you'll give me a name.
Four's a name.
So is Gary.
But for someone who has no
Gary.
conscious consciousness, I mean, is that the joke? And hey, even the first Superman film advertised future movies.
Where is my dog?
Oh, I have to watch that trailer.
Whatever her adventures, they better have Popeyes in the future. It closed with Superman asking for footage of his real parents.
Rocker, yes I am. This song
Just Dan,
was
local
crazy for
farmer
a
Paul Kent has
while.
been arrested for human trafficking. God damn it! And that was Superman 25. A lot of problems, but a lot of good stuff too.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
Superman character being done over and over in so many mediums, including film, it's hard to get that much unique material out of him while being faithful to what an icon he is. But this one does it pretty decently. The chemistry from the actors work, it's a spectacle both on the big screen and small screen. And even though it tries way too many things, not giving certain plot points their due, some of these plot points are still effective, and I give credit for throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this. It's clear this is supposed to be the big start to a new DC universe, and that's honestly how I see it. A start. I'll be honest, watching the Avengers movies just before this did shape my opinion on it a little more upon a second viewing, as I saw the flaws in those films, but still appreciate the creativity, charm, and growth of those characters. And I see something similar here without it being a carbon copy. Will it turn out a series of movies as successful? For a while? That's interesting. But as this film goes, it's not a timeless masterpiece like the original, but it's certainly a super start.
Yeah. Very, very. I agree.
I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
I completely agree. Yep, I totally agree. Absolutely 100%. It is, again, I'm still kind of, I have to watch Man of Steel again because I haven't watched Man of Steel, but again, I love Henry Cavill as Superman. I love it because it felt like it was natural to him. This guy he was good as Superman too, but as a different way. Like he's less confident in everything. And I mean, Henry Cavill, even when he was getting his ass kicked in Batman v Superman by Doomsday, he was still like, you know, I'm still gonna do this and everything. And this one, but still, I don't know. Something was missing. Not that I said, but again, it really is weird. It really is weird for me. But again, I do like this Superman. Don't get me wrong. I haven't made my decision on him. And again, I do agree. A lot of this movie does work. But I think it also speaks to the fact that I haven't seen it a lot. I kind of stopped watching it after like the third time. And Man of Steel, I watched like a whole bunch of times. And it's because some of the action scenes were pretty freaking good. And this one probably had like he said, he had too much going on, too many cooks in the kitchen. And it and it probably confused some audience members too. But personally, again, they could have done a hell of a lot worse, and it was pretty good for what they had. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more. Hopefully, James Gunn can stick to one story next time because I feel like grounding Superman. Just don't jump ahead so much. Please don't kill him off in the second freaking movie, please. Or if you're gonna do that, make it work. Make it work. But I don't know. Like a lot of this is honestly crazy, and honestly, I hope they have some really good things going on. I'm actually going to do the Supergirl trailer next. I know I'm a little late on it, but I'd like to see how that movie's going to turn out too, because this will be a lot of fun. It should be a lot of fun. I mean, freaking Lobo is in it, so I mean, come on, and it's Jason Momoa, and we all wanted Jason Momoa to be Lobo. So yeah, I'll talk more about that in my trailer review. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the movie in the comments below. I know I got a little political at the beginning, but again, there was a lot of political jargon and shit going on with this movie, and my opinion on Republicans notwithstanding, you know, I still really think that people can change. And really, when I say all this stuff about how evil and how crappy they are, I mean, I really do want them to change. And I really want them to see them for the better and to treat human beings right and not abuse them. But, you know, it's like talking with to a brick wall with them. So, you know, we got to keep using this language. We got to be this forceful, and we got to fight, because we got to fight for our peace. And unfortunately, these are the cards that we've been dealt. So, I hope I all appreciate you watching my videos. Hopefully, you spread this around and you know, give me some support. I really do love everything. Hope everything works out in the end. We can fight for a better future. So please smash that like button if you want to see more sexy and nerdy content, and subscribe if you think I deserve it. And remember, it's time for my Patreon for my latest reactions to my latest videos. And Superman, will see you all next time.